Once, Rachel Carson said, "One way to open your eyes is to ask yourself, what if I had never seen this before? What if I knew I would never see it again?" The greatest threat to our Mother Earth is the belief that someone else would save her. The concept of sustainability is no longer about doing less harm. It is about doing more good. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all of you around the globe. Now, it is much awaited another moment of ICFGS. Myself, Megha Babu, under the name of ICFGS, heartily welcome you all to the 6th International Session of Lecture Series. ICFGS is a state-of-art online forum created by a group of experts and professionals with the aim to share, discuss, and brainstorm sustainability initiatives for a new world. ICFGS is not only a community, it's a way of life for sustainable future, a pathway to sustainable world.
So now the floor is open for the question and answers. I request Dr. Sudhakar and Mr. Megha Babu to please take over.
In the meanwhile, we have our first question. Until Meha comes, I will pose the first question. This question is to you, sir, Dr. Jagadish Vengala, sir. How to use urban rooftop farming to enhance thermal comfort in building? This is the first question, so that you can give some.
Once again, when it comes to the urban roof farming, it is very important to make sure you have the better water barrier between the the roof and then the ceiling inside the house. So many times people will fail in creating an insulation layer between the top roof farming to the inside house. So that is where people will fail. Most of the moisture or water gets stagnated, and then it gets leaked into the slab, and then finally a lot of other problems used to come. So once you take care of this particular insulation thing between the roof and then the ceiling of the ceiling inside the house, I think you can handle the things better. See, one more thing, you have a different ways you can do the urban farming on the roof. So one can follow any of the method. Make sure it will not leak to the house. Yeah, thank you.
Whether solar roof or grass roof towards decarbonization, and which method is more sustainable, whether you prefer solar roof or grass roof in terms of carbon footprint and those things, GHG.
Okay. Yeah, so as long as you take care of the insulation, grass roof is much better. Yeah, because you have to utilize a lot of other materials which are energy intensive, like again it comes back to the payback period and other things. So for a small houses, maybe you can go for the grass roof.
But also they can go together.
Yeah, I'm not discouraging solar roofing as long as the area is more. This solar roofing is more viable. Because for residential small buildings and all, it may not be feasible. That's what I mean.
Yeah, I wanted to say that there is a hybrid solution where the solar panels are put vertically. They are bifacial solar panels, and they get irradiation in the morning and in the evening. And the grass roof has no real shadow.
I may ask you one question, Professor Jagadish Vengala.
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So my question to you is, the estimated cost of sustainable buildings normally range from 1 to 25% more than the conventional buildings, which might be due to the complexity of design layout or maybe the green practices that we use. So what is the solution for reducing the cost of construction of such buildings, sustainable buildings, I mean, which is one of the major challenges today? And because I deal with materials, so I'm really looking forward to materials for sustainability. So I would like to know your view on that.
Yeah, having visited the length and breadth of India, so very important point that people miss is using locally available materials. Okay, so I'll give you one example. Like people say, like if I suggest you have to use bamboo, So people will transport the bamboo from 200 to 300 kilometers, wherein the transportation cost is double the cost of the bamboo itself. So what I mean to say is you have to identify the locally available materials and make sure the transportation costs are minimal, and then how better you can use, because we have all old traditional knowledge, but you just have to mingle or mix the traditional knowledge with the the new technologies. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
So my question to Dr. Vengala, you have discussed of the acrylic coating and the different other coatings also. So my question is that how much can this acrylic coating be used in the walls also, and how much is the temperature reduction between houses which are using these acrylic coating and the bamboo houses, okay, and the variation in the temperature.
So when it comes to the acrylic coating, the temperature difference between the normal RCC roof and to the acrylic coating is around 3 degrees. But when it comes to the ambient temperature with different volume materials, the difference goes up. Instead of clay brick volume material, if you go for a AC block, the temperature difference again goes to another 2 to 3 degrees. So when it comes to the bamboo houses, it is altogether a different subject. And when you are going for basically you use the sheets in case of the bamboo houses, even a regular slab also you can use bamboo as a reinforcement also. But I'm limited to this acrylic coating thing. Yes, there is a difference. But you mentioned like whether can it be used for walling.
Yes.
There is a wall having a different kind of heat. It comes in. You don't require to use much costlier material like acrylic coating. In the sense acrylic coating which you use for roofing material. So again, the solid content in the coating material differs. So most of the time they go for a SRI paints. You might have heard. Okay, SRI is a solar reflective index coated material. So those materials they use it for walls. And again, it depends on which side the sun rays fall, and then again the sun orientation also it matters. So those areas only one can go for the, because when you design the building based on sun orientation, if you design, you will come to know like what is the maximum heat that comes which side and all. Either you can go for a simple shading materials like trees and all, you can do the combination. But when we are talking about the coating materials, definitely you can use the acrylic coating for roofing, and walling you can go for SRA paints. Yeah, thank you.
Sir, Mr.
Next we may,
Karthikeyan.
sorry. Sorry?
Karthikeyan has raised his hand. Mr. Karthikeyan.
Yeah, please.
Karthikeyan, you can unmute yourself and ask a question to Dr. Dan Barbulescu.
What's the solution for using the hybrid solar thermal as well as solar PV for a generation of power, rather like floating the solar PV, so that the solar thermal and solar PV can be hybrided, is that gives the efficiency than the individual solar, sir?
So if you put solar panels floating in the proximity of water, you already have a thermal effect due to proximity of water. So the body of water, it's a thermal sink for any temperature that affects the solar panel. So it's not efficient to add on another thermal barrier or thermal procedure or treatment. So this is why it's 15% more efficient, the floating solar panels, than the ground-mounted solar panels, because of they have the proximity of water to reduce the temperature of the panel. And during hot days, it doesn't decrease the production of energy. So hybrid, I mean, solar panels with thermal protection on water, it doesn't make too much sense.
Sir, my question is to Mr. Dean. Sir, what are the factors affecting the float solar panel? What would be the factors affecting the panel?
So most importantly is the mechanical stress of the waves. So if you don't have waves, the solar panel acts like ground-mounted solar panel, right? But if you install them offshore, the pontoons that usually are installed on boat marinas or yacht marinas, they don't work. So you need a system that can mitigate the waves, one, and second, that can keep the installation at the same location, so mooring. Usually mooring in high seas is very expensive because you have over 100 meters water depth. But mooring floating solar panels near oil rig, even a decommissioned oil rig, it has the advantage that it doesn't cost much. It already exists there. Other issues are concerning the cleaning of the solar panels. So the sea, it's salty. The seawater is salty, and sprays from the seawater can leave marks on the solar panels. And if you are using seawater to clean the solar panels from salt, in a few hours during day, it will evaporate, and still you have slides of salt on the solar panels, which will reduce the productivity. So this is another technical problem that is not solved yet.
So actually, I'm having one question to Mr. Dan. So what are the difficulties that we could expect in a dam reservoir while implementing the floating solar? And second question which I have, it is about the grid integration, because if you are planning a wider range of floating solar PV power plants, so that it will affect the stability in the grid, right? So I wish to know the more in detail in that sector.
Thank you for the question. Okay, you can hear me, right? So on a dam, the highest cost is with the mooring. So because the dams usually have deep water, the mooring is very expensive. And because if they are in the mountain area, the bathymetry of the lake is pretty irregular, and it needs also scanning solutions or for installation preparation. But if there is a hydropower plant operating using the water from the dam, the advantage is that you can spare the water. So during the solar irradiation, during the day, you stop the water from going through the turbine, and you let just the energy from the floating solar panels to go into the system. So you won't have any stress on the grid, because you will just use one type of renewable energy and not both types. Only if there is a peak, then and the transmission capacity allows it, you can transmit into the grid both plants production. But usually on a dam, it's the best solution because you don't have waves like offshore. And it reduces the solar evaporation from the dam water by 70% on the surface that is covered. So you have water economy as well. And you don't have the salty corrosion problem. But it doesn't solve the ocean carbon removal because most of the carbon is in the ocean and not in the dams. I hope I answered your question.
Is there any other hand raised for the questions to our distinguished speakers?
Ma'am, due to time constraint, we request all the participants to email all their questions so that we'll consult all the questions and then we'll get the answers from the speakers and then we'll email back. So that could be the right procedure.
Yeah.
And over to you, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you. So it was indeed a very wonderful sessions of the technical talks by both the speakers, and at the same time wonderful question and answer sessions also. And we can see from the quality of the questions the interest that these two talks have arose among the audience. So now we have reached towards the end of the session. I would request Dr. Srinath Sukumaran, Research Associate at UITM, for giving the concluding remarks. Over to Dr. Sukumaran.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, please.
Hi everyone. My name is Srinath and I am working as a research associate in Solar Research Institute, Malaysia. So we had a wonderful section regarding different topics of sustainability. Though it was a short presentation, it was very sweet as well. And in this regard, let us have a short recap of the conclusion of today's meeting. So basically, today we had main two talks. One emphasizing on the building sector, basically the residential building, and the other was regarding the floating solar system, especially in the ocean scenarios. So from my perspective, these two techniques are very much important to decarbonize the cities around the globe, because as we all know, sustainability is a big issue in the cities, and the urbanization is also increasing day by day. So due to which the energy conservation in the building sector can play a very big role in decarbonization of the cities, as well as we all know that the cities are mostly major cities are located in the ocean side or near to the river side. So in that place, there is a good possibility for erecting of floating solar system. So so in this way, we had a very wonderful talk, and hope these topics will be useful for the future low carbon cities, and hope we can also play our part in these aspects. And thank you for joining this webinar. So with these remarks, I'm just signing off. Thank you.
Thank you, Srinath. Anybody would like to say? Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, actually, our key participating institute, Anjalemmal Mahalingam Engineering College, the ED cell, Entrepreneur Development Cell, they are the major chunk of participants over here. Mostly students and staffs from the Anjalemmal Mahalingam Engineering College, mechanical, electrical, civil, EC background. So on behalf of them, we would like to call Professor Rajagani to have a conclusion and vote of thanks on the validity kind of thing. Over to you, Mr. Rajagani. Please take over the session.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Good evening to one and all. With pleasure, I'd like to present the vote of thanks in this precious event. So on behalf of our institution, Anjalemmal Mahalingam Engineering College, under the management, especially from ADC cell, first of all, I would like to thank ICFGS, right? So who create the awareness among our students about the sustainability, the energy conservation in the building sectors, right? And also, I would like to say the distinguished resource persons who deliver the wonderful and knowledgeable things to our students as well as our professors. I really happy to arrange this kind of sessions for our rural students to understand about the sustainability, Why? Because of this is the things will be make the memorandum with the foreign universities with the rural universities like our college, right? So really happy to attend this kind of the sessions. I would like to thank for entire team who create the platform to be a part with ICFGS, right? So especially my sincere thanks to Mr. Sudarshan who create the wonderful platform and become we as a part in the ICFGS, right? I really felt happy. Why? Because of I in the background of electronics. I also realized how to become a sustainability, create the sustainability, and I would like to survey in this field too, right? So I feel happy to attend this kind of webinars. So I am expecting more webinars like this to express all the things to my students too. I would like to express some things about our ADCL activities too. From the rural part, the students also like to do some projects to conserving the energies, right? The less power consumption things, right? So I discussed with Sudarshan how to bring out the students to into the international level in the sustainability. So I think the webinar will be a keyhole to our rural students to serve in this field, right? Thanks to all. Really felt happy about all the people who spend the valuable time to give the enlightened to our students, right? Thank you, one and all. Thank you all.
Yeah, thank you. One last word from my side.
Yes,
I just
sir,
wanted I just wanted to say thanks to Sudarshan, who has given me this opportunity, and
Yes,
also Meena Ladman, who has wonderfully, connected all the people, and Nurizzatul from professor from University of Malaysia, and also Ajit Gopi sir, and also Rajakani, and Mr. Dan, who is the speaker, colleague speaker. So it's a wonderful platform, and I hope many people.
Sir, actually, our ICHS founder Sudhakar sir is a spearhead of behind this.
I'm about to see, because Sudhakar sir, finally I'm going to say that, because I'm just covering all the people and then I'm saying last. Yeah, the finally, Sudhakar sir, who has made this possible to connect all these people and making the number of programs now and in future too. So it's a great, wonderful platform, and I'm very happy, sir. I'm very thankful to the giving me this opportunity to present the work to all the August audience, because someone will take this up and then implement somewhere. So finally, we should get the output from it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And I would also like to share, this is my first occasion, and I'm really thankful to Professor Sudhakar, who contacted me and requested that should I like to be the moderator for the session. And I said, yes, I'm really interested to know what exactly all the things are doing. And I'm very, very happy that I could connect not only to Professor Sudhakar's team, but Dr. Rahmat's research work, Dr. Jagdish's work, Dr. Dan, and I'm sure that we are going to meet again at Symbiosis Institute of Technology. We have already discussed a bit with Dr. Sudhakar that why can't we have, along with our professors and students at Symbiosis Institute of Technology, because we are also very much into sustainability and environment. So I look forward to see you all again through online, maybe at Symbiosis Institute of Technology. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, all of you. I think we had a wonderful session. Thank you, madam, as well as complete entire ICGFS team, UMP Malaysia, Symbiosis Institute of Technology, as well as the host, moderators. I think excellent job. We look forward to the next edition shortly for the next one. Thank you all and all the volunteers. Thank you. is the only habitable planet in the universe. The world is facing unprecedented challenges in the form of climate change, deforestation, pollution, inequality, war, terrorism, etc., and many more. It is our moral responsibility to create a sustainable society through teaching, research, and practice.
The International Community for Global Sustainability is a platform where people from all around the world can come together and share their ideas and make their contributions to whatever extent they can, so that we have a sustainable planet for the future.
Our mission is centered on 3 pillars of sustainability: environmental, economic, and social aspects. We bring together people and technology for a sustainable world. Hi all, I'm Hari, an environmental engineer and an entrepreneur from India. I wish to promote sustainable products and materials in our society. I hope I can contribute in the mission of ICFGS community for our sustainable future.
Hi, I'm Liu Xinyi from Xi'an University of Finance and Economics, China. I wish to apply my knowledge and wisdom towards the development of sustainable community. Thank you.
Hi, I am Rabiatu, student from UMP. I am going to find out what sustainable living could look like. I look forward to build a sustainable society.
Hi everyone, I'm Anis from UST Malaysia Pahang. I love people and I am passionate about the environment, and that's why I choose to be the part of this community. Thank you.
So like white revolutions, industrial revolutions, digital revolutions, bring back the glory on earth through sustainable revolution. Let us begin our sustainable life with ICFGS, International Community for Global Sustainability.
Earth is the only habitable planet in the universe. The world is facing unprecedented challenges in the form of climate change, deforestation, pollution, inequality, war, terrorism, etc., and many more. It is our moral responsibility to create a sustainable society through teaching, research, and practice.
The International Community for Global Sustainability is a platform where people from all around the world can come together and share their ideas and make their contributions to whatever extent they can, so that we have a sustainable planet for the future.
Our mission is centered on 3 pillars of sustainability: environmental, economic, and social aspects. We bring together people and technology for a sustainable world. Hi all, I'm Hari, an environmental engineer and an entrepreneur from India. I wish to promote sustainable products and materials in our society. I hope I can contribute in the mission of ICFGS community for our sustainable future.
Hi, I'm Liu Xinyi from Xi'an University of Finance and Economics, China. I wish to apply my knowledge and wisdom towards the development of sustainable community. Thank you.
Hi, I am Rabiatu, student from UMP. I am going to find out what sustainable living could look like. I look forward to build a sustainable society.
Hi everyone, I'm Anis from UST Malaysia Pahang. I love people and I am passionate about the environment, and that's why I choose to be the part of this community. Thank you.
So like white revolutions, industrial revolutions, digital revolutions, bring back the glory on earth through sustainable revolution. Let us begin our sustainable life with ICFGS, International Community for Global Sustainability.